Hello people, my name is Ben and this is the third day in the autumn sale thingamajig, and these are going to be my impressions of the sales and recommendations of what you should buy. In the background you can hear Sick Kids, or Sick Ids, I really don't know how to say it, but it's probably Sick Kids, and that's done by Jason from 3 Kilobytes, which is a great show. And he's given me full permission to use the music, which I'm really grateful for. And it's really good music, and the link will be in the description if you want to, listen to some more of the music and also buy some of the albums, because they're really, really good. So yeah, anyway. So, first up is probably one of the best of the day, is Serious Sam HD Gold Edition, which is 90% off, and it's only £3. In this, you're going to get the HD remakes of the first 2 Serious Sam games, and also the original classic ones. So you can have a choice if you really like bad looking games or you really like nice looking games, which don't look so nice compared by today's standards, but they are really good games, just tons of fun, violent, gory action that you can have up to 16 player co-op. And yeah, if my voice sounds a little bit weird, it's probably because I've got a cold. It's really annoying, it's really bad, so I'm sorry for that, but what can you do? And so this is pretty much a good alternative if you don't have the money to spend like on the £30 that it would take to spend on the new Serious Sam 3. So if you want to play the first 2 before that drops down in price. So yeah, Chronicles of Riddick Assault on Dark Athena is a action stealthy game, sci-fi, and it's actually pretty damn good. I think there were movies of it, were there? I'm not sure. And I think there were movies based on games, but games themselves are actually quite good, and for that price I would really highly recommend that, because it's good. Back to the Future, the game is 60% off, so it's now only about £7 for all 5 episodes, and these are really good games actually. Really good at point and clicks by Telltale, so if that already turns you off, then don't pick it up, I guess. But it takes place after the ending of the 3rd Back to the Future, so just after the trilogy, and it's got a really good story, and they carry it on really well with good voice acting and everything. Of course, it has the typical Telltale stuff like bad animations, not really the best, and the lip syncing isn't always pitch perfect, but if you want to hear more of like Back to the Future story, then really, really good, and now quite cheap. Next is Deus Ex Human Revolution, 50% off, which is really good, so only £15 for probably one of the best games of the year. It's more of an action RPG rather than an FPS, because you can choose how you want to play the game, stealth, combat. If you choose full on combat, then it still doesn't really feel, because the main focus isn't all about guns and everything. So it's a really, really good game. It's got a great story, so in depth, so realistic as well. They really thought deep into it, so if you have the money, really just go get that. It's an amazing game, and I really recommend that you go play it, because it's one of the best of the year in my opinion. Warhammer 40k Speth Marine, which is how the orcs talk in that, which I love. And that's an awesome gory game. It's like, think of God of War mixed with Gears of War, and that's pretty much what it is. Some people said it's a Gears of War ripoff, even though Warhammer came way before Gears of War, like the chainsword and everything came way before Gears of War. So yeah, it's quite obviously not, and in my opinion it's much better just because it's much more fast paced, fun. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's still like Gears of War, but Space Marine is really, really good game, and it's not half price, but that is still a good price because it only came out like 2 months ago or something. Yeah, not so bad at all. Next is Sanctum, which is 75% off, which is only now £1. Well, £2, and that's a really amazing price. And you can also get a 4-pack of it for, you know, only about £5, which is still less than the original price of just one of them was. So if you're feeling generous, you want to get that for you and your friends, because the co-op in it is really, really fun. It's an action tower defense style thing. You have a building phase where you build all these mazes, so it takes the enemies as long as possible to get from one end to the other, and then you go into the action phase where they run through that maze and through the towers that you've put on some of those blocks that you've used to build the maze and all that, with guns and snipers, and it's really, really fun, especially in co-op. Okay, so next, Grand Theft Auto 4. It's a whole franchise, really, so you can get every single Grand Theft Auto game for £5. If you like Grand Theft Auto, then that's perfect for you, isn't it? If you don't, then pass, obviously. It's just all self-explanatory. Well, that game is free roaming action shooter coolness, and it's £5 for all of those games is really good. They've had this type of offer on many times, though. It seems like they're just trying to sell it as much as possible for really cheap. I'm not sure why, but you know. So yeah, there's that, and that's a really good price. So pick that up if you have any interest in it. Patrician 4, Steam Special Edition, apparently. So this is an RPG. No, it's just a strategy game, I think. Yeah, it's just a strategy game, and it's just like an RTS, I think. And if you're interested in historical RTS games, then I guess that's good for you, but for most people, they really won't care about it, and I'm one of those people. But you know, if it sounds interesting, look up some gameplay or something, and you know, you might like it. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic is really, really cheap. It's 50% off, and it's one of the best Star Wars games ever made. It's an RPG, and many people consider it a classic, and it's really good. So it's KOTOR and not TOR, like the MMO. So it's not the MMO, because that's the Old Republic and not Knights of the Old Republic, because you have to make it as confusing as possible, because it's Star Wars, of course. So yeah, really good, and I would recommend that, because that's damn cheap for such a classic good game. Next, Dead Island. Of course, the 4-pack of this is also available if you want some co-op action and you're feeling especially generous, which that's £40, which is still pretty cheap. So it's £10 for you and your friends, so that's pretty good. And it's a fun game. It's really glitchy and doesn't look like the best game ever, but I guess in co-op it can be quite fun. But other than that, if you're just gonna play it in single player, then I wouldn't really recommend it, honestly, even at this price. If you're really desperate for another zombie game, then I guess go ahead. But if you've got some friends to play it with, and you all want to get it, or if you want to get it for them as an early Christmas present or something, then yeah, you can do that. So that's actually a quite good offer. Flight Control HD is ridiculously cheap. It was already, and it's apparently control a never-ending stream of aircraft in this insanely addictive worldwide hit. Oh my god! So if you want addictive, cheap action, family, casual games, then I guess that's for you. Really, just a simple game like Jeweled or something, I guess. that you might get addicted to. So that's a fun little game to try out. Lastly, finally, is King Arthur Collection, which is an RPG strategy game, and it includes 6 items, which is not bad for that price at all. It's gone down from £35 to £9, very good. And if it interests you, then get it, but personally, I have no thoughts on it. I'm not going to pretend like I do. So yeah, I'm not going to mislead people and say that, oh, this game's really good or it's really bad, because yes, you should check out some gameplay of that first, and don't trust me. And as always, if a game you want is still not on the daily deals, then wait until the last day of the daily deals of the autumn sale, and if it's still not on then get it. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today, and yeah, thanks. God, this cold is horrible, by the way. It's getting worse and worse. Not nice at all. So hopefully it'll be sorted out by tomorrow with the next one, or really today actually, because I'm putting this up a little bit late, unfortunately, and I'm terribly sorry for that. So the other one should go up almost like an hour after, or 2 hours after the next load of deals has been announced. So yeah, as you can see, you've got, probably change that to a 5, and you got about that amount of time left, because it's going to take me an hour to render this and put it up. So yeah, thanks again to Jason from 3KB. I'll also put the 3KB channel in the description if you want to check that out, because it's a really good review show and they do giveaways and all that stuff. So if you want to try and get some free games and you want to watch some high quality, funny and good reviews, then go there. And also, of course, Sick Kids music will be in the description as well.